sheet of all these sentences, we can just look real quick at our hashtags if we want to know what happened in this sentence. We could say, okay, almost attacked but not. This was when the vermin were flying down and they looked like they were going straight at Archie, who's in his car. But then they skirted and they turned and they actually ended up going to the butcher's. Okay, so we know that. So he wasn't attacked, but he was almost attacked. And then in the next sentence, blood art with a smiley face. So we learned a little bit more about Archie and how he's smiling internally about when he's watching this blood being splattered on the white walls by the vermin, And then draining coats. So this was when he was watching the vermin, who were watching the carcasses at the butcher's that were hanging on hooks, dripping and draining of blood as they were picking at them. So, which looked like coats hanging on a rack. Interesting. The next sentence, hashtag capital U, unlucky. So this was the unlucky. This was the first reference to this group or unknown that the author and Archie recognize as the unlucky. It gives us a little insight into Archie and his viewpoint on the world. So the next sentence, hashtag luck of pigeons. So this is when we first find out that the vermin mentioned earlier are pigeons. And we also have that recurring unlucky, capital U, and how the pigeons can sense the unlucky, and that's why they ignored Archie. So Archie does not consider himself part of the unlucky. And also, this gives us more information about what Archie's doing and how he's harming himself through the Hoover tube and the exhaust fumes into his lungs. And it ends with telling us that luck was with him that morning. So it's morning time too. It's telling us that. Next sentence, not long luck. So this just adds on with the last sentence where it was saying that he was lucky that morning, but it's a thin covering of luck, so might not be that much luck. And then also it's on fresh dew. Fresh dew doesn't last that long, so it's not very good amount of luck. So maybe in the future he won't have luck anymore. He'll lose his luck. And the last hashtag, second chance at life. So this is when it kind of concludes. We find out that indeed he was trying to harm himself and he was provided a second chance at life. Well, it doesn't necessarily say that he was trying to harm himself, but it does tell us that something contributed, whether it be the tiger moth's wings flapping or the movement of the planets, but something somewhere somehow was able to make the decision that Archie would get a second chance at life and that he will live. So now that we've done the close reading, you should reread the whole thing again and reflect on how you interacted with this piece and how your reflection and understanding of the piece is different than it was when you first read it without annotating anything. All right, awesome.